It seems humans always try to push themselves to the limit. How can we run faster or jump higher than ever before? And how can we push our bodies and minds to go farther than we ever thought possible? Well, to reach those goals, we might develop new training methods that will strengthen both our physical and our mental capabilities. Is that what you had in mind when you thought about human performance technology? Well, you'd be right. But there's so much more to this growing field that defines and measures what humans can accomplish. Human performance technology. It's the study of how we push our bodies to new physical and cognitive limits. Cognitive means how well we use our brains. It's also about how we adapt to different situations, how we work with technology, and how we respond to environments of all kinds. Sound complicated? Well, let's break it down a bit. One aspect of human performance technology deals with how humans interact with, work with, and use machines and tools. Think about the hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions of tools and machines humans use every single day. And nearly every one of them was developed to improve human performance. Yes, there are some simple ones, such as new jars and lids that are easier to open and close. And designers are looking for ways to make the desk you sit at more comfortable for longer periods of time. Sometimes this kind of human performance technology is called ergonomics. It's a branch of science that tries to find the best way to design a job and equipment to fit the worker and not the other way around.
Ergonomics is the way that you design products or tools in order for people to use them effectively and efficiently. So people come up with ideas for how to build something, and then you go through an ergonomics process and you evaluate the way that tool or that product is built so that you can understand its usefulness and be able to understand how people are going to use it and be able to design it so that people can use it without a lot of training, without a lot of hesitation, in a very useful and easy manner.
While a new desk or a better jar and lid are easy to understand examples of human performance and ergonomics, there are many others for both our bodies and our minds. Have you ever found yourself daydreaming or distracted? Of course you have. Who hasn't? Well, some researchers at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and other places are studying how we get distracted and how it affects human performance. They're studying what happens to our brains when we're distracted and what it does to us. So, how can this research affect you? Here's an example. Every year, there are many car accidents that are a result of a driver being distracted. So new systems are being developed that will alert a driver if they're becoming distracted, setting off alarms in the car aimed at getting the driver's attention.
What makes human engineering interesting is the variability in the human, as opposed to building an electrical circuit or building some mechanical device that is well defined. Humans are very variable in how they perform, and accounting for that variability is a challenge to the human factors engineer.
So it requires a breadth of knowledge of all of the stuff that's going on in order to just effectively develop and implement human technology solutions.
The simplest of tasks, seeing, hearing, walking, are enormously difficult or even impossible for those with physical disabilities. But human performance research is now making life easier for these individuals. Each year, more than 750,000 people in this country suffer from a stroke. And for many, the result is a loss of the use of their arms and their legs. But there's hope for these stroke survivors. By studying human performance, researchers have created a new robotic arm that uses compressed air to help patients regain the use of their shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And in still other human performance research, quadriplegics, people who have been paralyzed from the neck down, are regaining their freedom to move about. Electrical and computer engineers are developing a wheelchair that can go forward and backward and side to side through the movement of the tongue. For some quadriplegics, it could mean freedom to move that they may have never experienced before, and it's made possible because of human performance technology.
It's a very tangible field. You get to do so much with it. You get to apply what you've learned in those classes where you're taking math, where you're taking computer programming and understanding the human anatomy, you start to think about, how do I use all of this knowledge together and apply it so that it can better people's lives?
Possibilities? They're endless in human performance technology, with hundreds of careers that'll make use of your science, technology, engineering, and math skills. Bioengineering, computer science and design, mechanical and industrial engineering, even psychology. If these are careers that interest you, then you might have a future in human performance technology.
In order to get to the point where we're creating individuals who are really performing and thinking and acting faster, quicker, and better, then you'd have to think outside the box. You have to come up with new ways to help them perform better.
Faster, higher, farther. Sure, but now you know that human performance just might mean easier, better, and safer.